But I've been in Vegas since 2000 doing escrow, and before that I was in high tech and I've owned companies, and I approach escrow like my desk is my business. I don't, it's my business. If I don't have escrows coming across it, I don't eat, like you guys. If you don't close the deal, you don't eat. And just so you know, I was talking with an agent yesterday, and she's getting back to it after raising 5 kids, and she said, I was afraid no one's going to talk to me because I'm not very important. I'm like, stop right there. Every escrow you guys bring is someone's life. It's a livelihood. And I respect that, and I know that every escrow is important, so no matter if it's $1 billion or a $67,000 condo, it's an escrow, and we got to get that thing closed.
Yeah.
Well, actually, family to family, yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been doing this, a long time. I'm not an 8 to 5er because I know you guys aren't. So my phone is always on. My mom doesn't like that so much on the weekends when I'm having to cart her around because I get phone calls and running into a corner of Smith's trying to take a phone call about escrow.
Yeah.
But we're adapting, and with Fidelity, I've worked with other companies, and I have to promote Fidelity as well. The tools that I have sitting at my desk are amazing, and it's stuff that I didn't have at other companies. So, I'm proud to work at Fidelity. I don't want to be a nerd about my employer, but even over the last year, how we adapted, we proved we can adapt to do escrow however we need to get it done.
Pandemic,
whatever
we can do to get it done.
If you have escrow officers at home figuring your files in their underwear, it's going to get done. So we've adapted. We never closed our doors. We knew people needed to be in homes, and I'm very proud of Fidelity for taking a lead and not locking people out of our offices and still making accommodations. So. That's.
And you're right across the street, Brent Thurman.
Brent Thurman. This is my hood. I live actually on Aquindo, and then I'm right over there. So I have a 3-mile little loop I never
So
get out.
John's the branch manager of that office, and that is a very furry, friendly office. So if you have clients that love to bring their animals everywhere, for some reason, we have clients that just come in to see the dogs in that office. Everyone's kind of bring your pet to work.
And we always keep treats at the front desk.
People are signing docs and they're petting a puppy. So I don't know, something. It feels good.
It can be stressful times
as well, or?
Well, some days.
It's just a real fun, welcoming, warm branch. Even the notaries in there are about making just you look good. Of course, the notaries will come to your office, your client's home, or whatever. We are doing everything that really every title company should be doing to close deals, but it's that extra personal attention that I think their clients love coming back and again. So your clients that are going to become repeat clients because of.
Absolutely. We just ask that you guys give John the chance to wow you and he has excellent communication, yes, and make you laugh here and there. So thank you so much. I know you have to go.
I have to.
Did you leave your some cards?
There's some cards.
Cards are over there, and then too for everybody, there's a bathroom card as well. It's this white one up here, and it's down the hall right to the right or left. So you need that before you go, but it's up front, that white card over there. And are we ready to kick off?
I think we're ready to kick off. So
Oh.
Sidney Cimorelli's been on my team now for a couple of years, hence similar last name. She is brilliant with our tools and aligning strategies. Let's keep it simple. Do we all want more listings? We all want more listings.
We
in this
do.
market. So Sidney, take it away. She's a good one, psychology masters, if you just want to sit and have a cup of coffee with her too.
Yes. You guys, I will definitely talk to anybody, life, anything, but my passion obviously is to help people grow, and that's why I love real estate and business at the end of the day, because I was doing those same things with my clients when I was up in Reno. But just to kind of get a read of the room, how many of you guys request forms from your title company? By a show of hands. So we have a considerable amount. By show of hands, how many of you think the phone numbers and the data on those farms are not good? By show of hands. Okay. So that's going to be our main focus today right now. Obviously we want listings, but what do we have to do for listings? We have to work, right? We're a buyer's agent. We gotta go showings, show the buyers everywhere. We're in our car constantly, but for listings, however, we gotta do a lot of work beforehand. So I'm gonna show you some strategies on how to get better lists, better call lists more phone numbers and accurate data for you guys. And to narrow that down, so you guys, when you do call, and you do call a neighborhood, maybe around your listing or around a just sold, that you are actually calling on warmer audiences that will convert, instead of just like, oh, I'm just gonna do a drop pin around the area, give me whatever random phones. Half the people don't answer, half the phone numbers are incorrect, and sometimes you don't even get a lot of contact information back. So go ahead, hit the next slide. Hit it.
Got it.
Hit it. Again, that's what we're going to be going over today. Calling and scripts, your message, farming an audience, strategies and tools. Again, let's work smarter, not harder, I'd like to say. So go ahead and hit that again. Just to kind of give you guys an idea, volume of accurate data. This is the important one here, plus consistent messages. Your script equal higher conversion rate. Go ahead, hit the next one. And so Eamon came out with the statistics. We're at about 1.7% conversion rate, right, for cold calling, you guys. That means right here, for every 60 people that an agent actually reached over the phone, they had a 1.7 conversion rate for that. Again, this is just with people who are calling random numbers from a random farm list that they got in a certain area that they've never called before. So there's really no narrowing down, there's no focusing on the list, their audience, who they're contacting. So that's why we're gonna dive in deep today and see if you have, with an accurate message or accurate script on top of a narrowed down audience of farm with multiple phone numbers and emails, how much easier it will be to convert and how much better your conversion rate will increase. Hit, I don't have any there. Okay, going over what's your message script. So how many of you guys use scripts in your calling? Let me see a raise of hands. Okay, everybody kind of familiar maybe with Mike Ferry, just sold scripts, those kind of scripts, those work pretty well. Well, scripts are absolutely important. For those of you that are not really using a script when you call, I highly suggest you narrow down your message. I know it's an interesting time we want to call people, you know, and COVID hit a lot of families in hard ways. So for example, you know, want to call like, hey, no matter what you're going through, I'm here, I can help you with your financial needs. That's not the approach we want to take. I know it sounds kind of funny, but building rapport with somebody is not saying, hey, I'm here for you, I don't know you, but I'm here for you. No, you want to talk to these individuals about money. So I have an example of the perfect message we want to use over the phone. So 123 Easy Street, just around the corner from your home, sold for $40,000 over asking price. We had over 22 offers on that home, and 21 families sadly could not get into your home. I have families that are willing to pay top dollar for your home to live in your neighborhood. Let's talk about the equity you have in your home. That's the conversation we want to focus on, is money. I know it seems so simple right now, but if you guys can neatly, concisely wrap this up with a bow, not be intrusive, that is the main message you should get forward to right now. Again, I always say, be positive, talk about the money. At the end of the day, you know, of course, we're people, we have relationships, feelings, and everything, but we're talking to people about the wealth in their home. And that's what's gonna drive the message, that's what's gonna drive them to move.
So Sid, can I ask, so
Yeah.
on our, because we have the forbearance lead data and all that great stuff that you have,
Yes.
we're gonna talk about that. We don't wanna lead with that, like back in the day, we don't wanna knock, I see you're in default, right?
Oh,
We
door in
want
the
to-
face, slam phone
We
call.
wanna just say what great is going on in the neighborhood, how can we help you realize, you know?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
focus on money, because
Yeah.
people will let you know their position. Well, I mean, wow, you're saying I have a lot of equity in my home. I mean, I just don't know. I missed a couple payments. I'm really unsure. Let them tell you about their situation, and that's when you kick in the active listening and go ahead and help them with certain things. But right now, wealth and the money that's to be made, this is a record time for our market. So that's where you go and talk about the money at the end of the day. Get straight to it. And of course, I always like to use first names in calling, right? So we're always interrupting somebody's day when we're calling. You guys think about it, you know, they're busy, they're doing whatever they're doing. You're like, oh, hi, I'm so-and-so with EXP Realty, and I was just seeing if you're possibly interested in selling your home and everything. Immediately shut that down. What you want to do is get more people first, oriented first. So use first names, guys. I love it. I'll be like, hey, Paul, how you doing? It's so glad to hear your voice. And Paul's like, oh my gosh, okay, where did I meet Sidney? Oh, hi, yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, how are you? I immediately put him in this friend place of, okay, I know this person. I immediately break down that uncomfortable feeling, but then he's also on like, oh my gosh, I probably know this person, so I need to pay attention to this conversation. So it's a nice little tip you guys can definitely use, and immediately immediately go into the message. You know, you always have time to introduce yourself. And this is going to be important, this message, when we get down towards the end of the presentation about what you can do with other campaigns besides calling. So text campaigns, certain things like that. And then stick to your script, you guys. Stick to your script. There's a reason my fairy scripts just sold. They do very well. Tailor the script, be authentic, be you, but keep it very simple, direct, and non-intrusive. Direct with your message, simple and concise, and not too intrusive until they bring you into their world of what's going on with them financially, what's happening with their family. And then my last little tidbit is call between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So there is a method to the madness. Inman is absolutely fantastic when it come with research studies on what works when calling. When do we call? And it was known that 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. was the prime time that you would get 3 times higher of a conversion rate than calling at 8 a.m., calling at 5 p.m. So I asked, how many people in this room call on average at least 10 hours a week? Okay, we got John G. Wow. Maybe 5 hours a week? An hour a day? Okay, we got a couple, so maybe an hour a day. Again, I'm gonna always push you guys to increase that time, but try these different times, like your 10 to 2, maybe instead of an 8 or 5, and see how much better of a conversion you'll have. Go ahead and hit the next slide for me. All right, so now we're gonna get into the bare bones of stuff, which is data. Data is king, you guys. And the kind of spraying and praying method sometimes of like, oh, I'm just gonna get, you know, all individuals that have 20% plus equity in Las Vegas. I'm just gonna get all these numbers and I'm gonna have this list and I'm not gonna even call it. I'm overwhelmed, but I have the list. And you guys don't do anything with it. We're definitely gonna change and narrow down and use 2 different strategies I like to combine to get better lists so you guys can focus down on your audience. Whether your audience is high equity, 60% plus equity, whether it's veterans, whether it's whatever you guys want to narrow down audience, we can work together and figure it out. So go ahead and go to the next slide. I'm going over 2 things, which is our Fidelity Life Farm.
Oops,
And
sorry.
then, oh no, you're good.
I'm just getting past, there we go.
And then I'll probably hop in there so I
Okay.
can get in there
Sure.
and kind of show you guys this tool, how I marry it, and how you get better lists. So,
You wanna jump in?
yeah, do you
Sure,
mind?
absolutely.
I mean, I can just sit there.
Tag.
Right? Tag team. So again, you guys can access your free account, fidelitylifefarm.com register. Use this registration code. I will let you guys know it gives you access to some of the free tools you have at your fingertips, which is very important. And I think I honestly don't think it should be free for all the data you can get. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into this platform and kind of show you guys what you can do, how you can get better lists as well. So let's go in here. This is how it looks, fidelitylifefarm.com. Again, for you guys, register your account, plug in your information, and that access code, I'll go back to it too if you guys need it. So let's go ahead and get in. And so if you guys think how you often request FarmSmart customer service, like, hey, Sid, I just sold a property, 123 Easy Street. I'm looking for all homeowners within a mile radius around this property. You know, whether you're gonna be sending postcards, whether you are gonna be calling, doing a text campaign, whatever, that's traditionally how you do it. Well, with Fidelity Life Farm, you get to go in and actually create a polygon similar to the MLS. If you guys are familiar with the MLS, create your polygon of a neighborhood, look at real-time statistics of a farm, and narrow things down. So this, again, I will help you guys. I know with any new technology, things can be difficult. I am here to help you. I'm here to help train you on this. I'm here to help you guys learn how to farm better and smarter, and I have tons of tutorial videos that you guys can utilize. So if this is overwhelming for you, don't worry, I have other solutions for you as well. So we have a new farm here. I'm gonna do a polygon. I'm just gonna say, you know, there's this gorgeous home over in Mountain's Edge. I love it. I really want to farm it. I'll do Tangerine Sky Avenue, Las Vegas. It pops up here. So this is the home. You know, maybe I just sold it. Maybe it was a just sold, not even my listing, and I really want to get this neighborhood. I use these crosshairs and I make my farm. Again, you guys can move them and create them. Right now it says calculating properties. The reason I love this, it lets you know how many properties we're gonna pull, how many single family residences, how many condos, and the turnover rate of the area that I pulled. So if you see right here, we're pulling about 1,500, turnover rate of a 7.17, that's fantastic. Anything over a 4.9 in the city is is a great turnover rate. So 7.17, great. How many? A single family, there's no condos, and then how many townhomes? So let's say I'm happy with this, I'll go ahead and continue. I don't want commercial properties for this, I'm focusing on residential. I'm not really into multifamily or vacant land. I wanna look at these condos and residents, so I'm gonna get this count. And again, I'm accessing this all through this platform. I don't have to wait for somebody to answer my email back. I don't have to, if I want this information on a Saturday at, 11 at night, I can get this and pull this information. So definitely love the fact that you guys can access this anywhere. So I'm gonna send this information over to my farm manager. I'm gonna call this Mountain's Edge. If I can type, we'll just do Mountain Estates. We agree, we send. So right now it's loading and it's gonna load up all these records, and this is how I am going to extract this farm from this platform and get everything I need to narrow down my audience, and then I'll show you guys the next step. So works pretty quick.
Did you say if the scrubs, do not?
This does not scrub it. This does not scrub it. So with this, you're just pulling all the information, property information, first name, last name, all that stuff. And then what I do next is I marry it with a skip trace tool that gives me up to 10 phone numbers and 5 emails for properties. So it's definitely the smarter way to do it. Fidelity Life Farm does offer phones and emails that you can purchase, but we gotta be ahead of game right now, and skip tracing is where to go to get those multiple phones and emails. And I'll definitely go into that more. So let's see here. I don't know why.
So don't buy a phone number from this site because you're gonna show.
I don't want to say it. I work for Fidelity, but
Yeah.
I also want to tell you guys, it's not really good data when there are other platforms that
Yep.
give you 10 times as better data. So
Yep.
sorry, I know you're my manager, I should say, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
That's why we have a partnership with Ivy too.
So for some reason that one's not loading, but let's see here. So we have the Mountain Estates, I called it this one. We have the farm grade, which is how consistent this turnover rate is. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on our farm. We just created this farm. It's gonna show me just 10 out of 79 records, but here I have the owner name, city, last sales price, what type of property it is, square footage, sales date, mailing address, all this great stuff, as well as if you see right here, years in property, which I love. You see this individual right here is 11 years in property. You go over and say, I think his name was Anthony. Anthony, wow, your messaging can be a lot different too with your mailers when you use this platform. If you think about it, you can go in and filter this, and this is why I love it. These filters are what helps you narrow down. So when you're exporting a CSV, we can export all of the long-term homeowners, just all the long-term homeowners in your farm. So you are targeting and calling on long-term homeowners, which means they most likely have equity. Again, I love this. You also get the choice, if you guys do want to pay for some of the platforms, of notices of births, deaths, divorces, and marriages in your farm, which are all the big reasons why people move. That's why we call it Live Farm. It continually updates and lets you know what's happening in your farm. So I love it. I think it's $50 a month and you get the whole shebang, as well as all equity too that you can filter out here.
So if I pick one farm, let's just say I pick Anthem Country Club.
Yes.
And I can have the platform alert me when there's a birth, marriage, death,
Yes,
divorce.
send you
I'll
a-
get a notification.
Get a notification. Even kind of creepy with some of the births that we've seen happen. They even give the kid's name. I always recommend you don't say, so congratulations on your cute, little baby Cynthia. It's kind of creepy, but it is data. At the end of the day, data is king in 2021. We even had an interesting story about an agent of ours door knocking, and they knew a family got a divorce. And he came up and he said, I'm so sorry going through your divorce, and that individual had not been served papers yet.
Yes.
So it's great, but be smart with this data, guys. Obviously going back to not being intrusive, but good information for you guys to know coming in on possibilities, what could
So a better message would have been how great the neighborhood is doing, and that 20 homes just sold, there's another 40 buyers trying to get in, and let them share with you their story.
The message would be, hi, I'm Paul, I'm single and ready to mingle.
There we go. Yeah. Fidelity Live Farm. So it's www.fidelitylivefarm.com. And you guys can go in, and instead of logging in, it's going to have the option to register. Plug in your name. I'll go back to that access code for you guys. and then you'll get your free. You get a bunch of free filters before you get into the paid. So all these stats, out-of-state owners, absentee, Target Farm, which is your most likely to sell. That's what
Target Farm's free on there now?
Target Farm is absolutely
Wow.
free. You get all this lovely filters
So
right
that's
here
a
before it
next
goes
to
in.
sell algorithm that I'm surprised, and I think that's a mistake. They're gonna figure out that they're giving that for free in a low
Yes.
inventory market. So I would go in and be downloading
That Target Farm.
those, and then you're gonna teach them how to scrub to call for listings, door knock,
Absolutely.
text, Facebook campaigns.
So for example, guys, if we do, let's say we wanna do all equity, right? We got our 759 records. Right now, I wanna do people that have 60% plus equity. That narrows it down to 83. I'm willing to call 83 people in a week instead of all our 700. You see how much more warm that conversation could be and much easier for you guys. So let's say I'm happy with this. This is my neighborhood I wanna focus on. I just wanna focus on equity. What you're gonna do is there's a little connectivity button, the 3 dots with the lines with them, and they give you options to export this data over multiple platforms. So not only CRMs, but we have download to Core Fact for your mailers, you can print labels, merge reports, dialers. This Vulcan 7, it works with any dialer, not just Vulcan 7 for you guys to know. But most importantly, we get to download that CSV so we can run it into a skip trace platform. Very, very easy, all downloads comes up into a CSV. So what I love with this, I have this information, that's great. I don't have numbers, right? I got this information for free with Fidelity Live Farm, really good, but I need those phones and emails to contact, especially if I'm not doing mailers, right? What I absolutely would do in this situation, let me go back to my presentation and present. Before I move on again, that's the access code, capital FNT, that stands for Fidelity National Title, -2208, that's the last 4 digits of my phone number too, guys. And so we can also email it out to you guys too if you have trouble. But going back, we have this CSV. I wanna be able to get phone numbers and emails, and I don't want 1 or 2, I want multiple phone numbers and emails per record, per home record that I'm gonna call. I love IV data. This is there's a lot of skip trace options out there for you guys. I really love IV data, so I'm gonna do a whole class on IV data that's gonna be coming up. Get connected with me, get connected with Paul, I'll let you know all about it. This platform, you upload a CSV, it doesn't even have to be a farm, it can be your database. All you need is an address, and you upload it, and it will find multiple phone numbers and emails for that homeowner. Really unique, again, with farming and skip tracing, I highly recommend this, and I'm talking about up to 10
Sorry,
phone numbers. Yeah, you're good.
Before I forget, so if I have internet leads that come in with first name, last name, email, and phone numbers, I could plug that into that ID data, and then I could track like their addresses to send a card?
There's a different platform for that. Ivy is just strict on addresses, so I married, but get connected with me. I have other platforms.
Okay, cool.
You can just use a first last name, and if you know they're leased in, Clark County, Nevada, we can pull all their information property. So get with me. There's multiple, that's why I say there's a lot of technology out there. You guys get connected with me. I know which ones will match whatever you're trying to do for your business, whatever internet leads. Yes.
So does this also apply for the no-call list on that?
Yes, you'll see that if it's on DNC, and it will have a Y for yes or N for no on the spreadsheet. So you'll see that as well to be compliant. And yeah, so you guys, up to 10 phone numbers and 5 emails. And so I'm gonna be honest with you guys, with the farms you ask our customer service, sometimes they're only coming at 40%. They've only found 40% of your farm's phone numbers and emails. That's it. With Ivy, this is probably coming in at 60 to 90%, mainly 80% I've seen now. It's the highest we've seen. And we've seen a ton of platforms I know over the years claiming I'm the best, and then we're like, well, we got barely half the data. Ivy has a higher accuracy rate of return as well as with those multiple phone numbers. So again, you guys get connected with me. I'm gonna do a whole class on it. If you guys have questions, reach out to me. I can get you set up on the platform even.
Don't go to ivdata.com because you'll pay a full retail, but
Yes, don't
it'll
go there.
connect you, and there's a certain number of free polls that we can do.
Oh yeah, I can connect you with some free polls and a lot of discounts. So yes, I know Ivy Data sounds enticing, but don't go and pay full price. You gotta come to us. We wanna save you guys some money if you do decide to go that route. Okay, so another thing, not too keen on all this technology, right? Some of you might be like, oh my God, this is a lot. Well, a lot of you moved to EXP for a reason, right? The brick and mortar is not, it's kind of going away.
Is that a typewriter?
Yeah, a typewriter and then a computer, so
I like that.
just, yes, that was well timed. So again, you guys can connect with me. You can still order, for example, farms from our customer service. You can still do, hey, I'm looking in all of 89123 veterans that have at least 20% plus equity in their home. Got their home with a VA loan. You can still order those and get those farms with us. Obviously, I'll help you with other skip tracing options, but those are still good to use and to call in. I'd rather you have that than just do a blanket around a property. But at the end of the day, get connected with me. I will help walk you through these platforms. I will help explain these to you guys. So don't feel like I'm just gonna throw you out there. I have tons of tutorial videos and I'll hold your hand through every way until you understand the process. So again, we gotta embrace this technology because this is where we're going. And data is the new dollar, right? What we know about people, the phone numbers, the informations we can get to get those listings. And again, if any of you guys want to request a farm through our customer service, want to go that route, email me. I know my card's on the desk for you guys, so just use that email and I can get you connected. So now we're going into branch off, fun different ways and strategies to really get those listings. So with one of those amazing farms, let's say I have a property that just sold, it was 600,000, sold 40,000 over, right? And I want to text the whole neighborhood and get more listings in that neighborhood. That's a good prime neighborhood, great price point, did very well. So we're going to talk about video text campaigns. So we know how video is king over all social media platforms. That's why TikTok is created. That's why Reels are on Instagram now. All these video is the king way of getting messages. We would rather sit and watch a video, have it explained with some interesting stuff going on, instead of read or look at a picture. That's just where we're going with things. So why not use video and drop in to people's inbox on their phone, through a text message, and let them know what's happening in the neighborhood. So it's different than a call, and we know a lot of millennials and younger feel very comfortable texting, right? Any of you that have teenagers know that they would rather text than call. Even though it seems more convenient to call, text is always an option. So that's where we're getting comfortable. And a lot of people may not answer your phone the first couple times you call. So definitely utilize text. It can start for a warmer conversation. So think about that message. I was talking to you guys, 123 Easy Street, just sold right around the property, that whole spiel. Take your camera of your phone, turn it around your face, you're out in front of the property, you're inside the property, you're walking around the neighborhood, and under a minute, say that spiel. Hi guys, 123 Easy Street, just around the corner from your home, sold for $40,000 over asking price. This is a hot market. We have families lined up calling me every day to live in this neighborhood. Come talk to me about the equity you have in your home. I can get you top dollar for your home. Thanks, Sidney with Fidelity. And just cut it there, send the message via text. And again, it has to be under a minute. So if you can go ahead and hit it, Paul, for me, we're gonna go over kind of some of the parameters and things you guys need to understand before you go in and just send these messages. So if you send a video longer than 59 seconds on your phone, chances are it won't send. It's too big to download. These things have to be under a minute. 15 seconds to 30 seconds is a sweet spot. They send pretty easily nowadays. So you have 3 seconds to captivate your audience. If you notice in that spiel, I didn't talk about myself first. I didn't say, hi, I'm so-and-so with immediate turn off. Because with the consumer, automatically goes, how does this pertain to me? How does this pertain to the situation I'm going through? And why is this even important to me? I don't know you, I don't really care. So starting direct with the message. You always have time to introduce yourself after. Again, 3 seconds to captivate somebody. So any of you even doing videos on your social media platforms, start with your introduction later. Get straight to it. And that's my best advice I can give for you guys on that. Just get to the message. Filming inside a property or in the neighborhood, walking works as well. So for any of you guys are taking this another further, not only emailed, or not only texting people the video, but you guys want to upload it on platforms, walking and turning around, not highly edited videos always do better on Facebook. You will get more likes, more interaction, more commenting, and it will bump up higher in the algorithm because it's supposed to be live, what you're doing day to day, not fully edited or scripted. And then plus it makes you more authentic and approachable. So I always like edited videos every now and then that are really done up nice. However, you want to be approachable. You want people to understand that they can confront you. It's not so prim and proper. And then sometimes these edited videos can look awkward. So just be real, be in the moment, and be authentic. That's my best advice I can give it. Hit it, Paul. I just need to take you around, Paul. Like, do you really like real estate?
I'm like a DJ.
Yeah. Like, I just need you. So again, we send that video text message, guys. Also copy and paste just a little message that you send along with the video. Hi, I'm Sidney with eXp Realty. Let's talk about the equity you have in your home. If you no longer want to receive these messages, please reply cancel. Thank you. That gets you around the people that are like, don't text me. How do you get the number? People will apply cancel. You're compliant there. You're giving them options to opt out. That's definitely a way you should go about it. And then keep in mind, you cannot spam, hundreds of thousands of phone numbers. Please do not say here, I'm gonna text 10,000 people and use, that is absolutely not compliant. These are made for smaller farms that you have. Let's say around a property, let's say you have 200 homeowners around an residence, and you text 25, 50 a day about what happened. That gets a lot of better returns. So I had an individual, we tried this, I think, February, and he just sold a property, and he only did 150 homes around the property that he sold, and he did the text. He had the little camera. It was his first one, so I could feel like he was kind of awkward with it, but he said, you know what, man, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna try it. He actually had 2 listing appointments with it, and then he just sold the property shortly after he met, because it went on the market, it went like that so quick. But so that's I've seen this work again, and do it manageable. It doesn't need to be spam. So just to let you guys know, you cannot spam too. In Florida, we had a gentleman try to do that. I think he's texted over 20,000 numbers to a neighborhood, and he's in a lawsuit right now. So keep in mind. Yeah.
What do you do? Because I used to do a lot of text campaigns, and then my telephone number with Verizon at the time got marked as a spam.
Marked as a spam, yeah.
Yeah, so it's very difficult because I wasn't even able to call anybody.
Shouldn't you be using a call rail or set up
I even use a
that
Google.
changes your number?
So I use a Google number. You can get a free calendar, and then the call. What is that one?
Call
It's by my
rail, or
favorite.
the one that, I forgot the name, that goes out and it changes the number so you don't get spammed, or that doesn't happen.
I forgot the name of it.
Spoofing.
Is it spoofing?
Yeah, where you dial with the same area.
Why am I
code,
thinking a
people pick it
different
up.
one?
So I was, just so you
We
know,
pay for that.
We've got a new one too, I'll find out.
I was
Yeah.
able to
What
call
is it?
Verizon. It took 3 months, but they
Oh.
were able to eliminate that on my phone. The way I found out about it is I just had some random stranger at the grocery store and went, can I call you and see what happens? And it came up spam, just don't answer. So I knew I had a problem, so then I called, but it's an ordeal.
It's a
To get
huge
it
ordeal. So yes,
Took
don't.
6
That's
months.
another word to the wise. Don't. I know, and then I know. I don't know with EXP if your guys' platform allows you to text through.
It
and
does.
change
I can go over that
And
after.
change for yeah. Please go over that a little bit more because that will be
Oh,
helpful.
in your CRM.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
CRM should be able
That's
to do that as
phenomenal.
well. So yes, thank you for pulling up. That's a great, don't, with your number, you always risk that chance. So yeah, platforms that change, and then Google Voice too does free ones that you can change into as well.
So Sydney, that same video, you could, show the agents how to upload that, if they wanna take the closest 100 homes and kinda divide out who's got equity, who looks like they're next to sell, put that a custom audience into Facebook, and so maybe they
Yes.
called the neighborhood, maybe they did a handwritten letter or note or mail, and then that neighborhood's also seeing the agent just
Yeah, so that's a
magically
good-
show up on Facebook.
That's a good point, right? We wanna be in front of the clients everywhere. So not only calling, texting, maybe mailers too, also on Facebook. So with that list I was showing you guys and going over with you guys, you can also upload it into Facebook as a custom audience and run an ad. And Facebook ads are cheaper than mailers. So if you guys are thinking, wow, I'm spending so much money on mailers, I'm not seeing a return at all, it's very frustrating, come talk to me and we'll talk about cheaper ways you can run an ad and still reach a lot of people. Because I guarantee you, a lot of people have the Facebook app on their phone, and it will reach their phone. They just need to be in mile radius that we drop the ad. So there's a lot smarter ways to work through that. But yeah, it's important to have those detailed lists so we know who we're targeting with those ads.
Here's a video text ad.
Yes.
Sydney and I are kinda on the same line right here. I think I might have said the same message that she's saying right
There's
here.
Paul May, the main team of eXp Realty, and we can't wait to share with you what just occurred in your neighborhood. We just listed a property in your neighborhood, and it was, the last sale was $460,000. We listed this property right here, located at 3732 Fading Sun, and we had it listed at $499,900. And as you can see from the virtual tour, it was a beautiful home. We had it on the market for about 6 days. We had over 6 offers, and this property sold for thousands more than the list price. So we're gonna be setting a brand new record in your neighborhood. And if you're curious to find out how we did it, I'd love to have a conversation with you. If you or someone you know is considering selling their home and you wanna maximize the equity, well, this upcoming sale is going to really help with the values in your neighborhood. Just give us a call at 702-491-9601. We actually have sold 3 homes utilizing our virtual tour technology and some of the other techniques that we use to sell a home. But this property right here, as you can see, is in pending status, located at 3732 Bating.
Oops, sorry, it's kind of buffering, but that gives you an idea.
Absolutely,
Right?
that's the message that, like, exactly that I wanna see, and again, you tailored it to yourself perfectly, so
Yeah,
benefits
and I sent
of
this
that.
out in a video text, as a video link to, about 200 homes around the neighborhood. And, I went in and Julie, I haven't used postcards in quite some time. You're my rep still on my
Yeah.
Corfax,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you'll see a registration. I just finished a postcard that is going out to
Oh,
200
awesome.
homes.
That's amazing.
But I'm definitely gonna plug into the farm, cause I don't know if my Red X pull of 200 homes is correct. So I might expand it, because this is a huge success story. So anyway, I just wanted to share, that's a kind of an idea of a video text. I think I was a little long-winded. I think I need to make it shorter and sweeter, but I was trying to show the technology along with the success story and send it out to, as many people in the neighborhood as possible. So what I did was I pulled a Red X pull, a geo farm from Red X, downloaded all of the contacts, and then I uploaded all the contacts into my KV Core system. We all use KV Core, most of us do. I know we had a couple of people come in, but I'm pretty sure everybody's still with EXP. And I uploaded that database into KV Core. They'll do it for you. You just upload it, you tell them what you want to do. Normally you want to say, I want the email address and the phone number to say true, because that allows you to mass text. Texting is the way to go nowadays, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
Because nowadays, the FCC is about to pass some laws, and Julie, I hope maybe you can look into this. I've heard it on Clubhouse, if you guys are users with Clubhouse. There's some big laws coming down the pike, and unfortunately, realtors are gonna be put into that little bucket. They're trying to eliminate the robocalls altogether. Who knows if they're gonna be able to do it. But the sly broadcasts and different kinds of mass voicemail products, they might not be able to be used. Texting is still a way that you can do it, so.
Absolutely, and be careful too when you do this, keep it concise. Everything that was a perfect video, but that's great to put on platforms. The length of it was not a problem at all, just when text, there's some issues for sending out, has to be under a minute so they can receive it.
I was
But-
using BombBomb.
Oh, your
so
BombBomb's pretty, yeah.
you can upload a long video.
Oh,
on
yeah, and
BombBomb.
and if you guys aren't using video even through email, insert email, check out MailChimp, check out BombBomb, fantastic. People can easily click on the video right in the email, they don't have to go to another website or anything. It's very user-friendly, and it gives you a higher, because I think emails have a 1% open rate as it is, but it definitely boosts that higher, open rate too. So if you guys are interested in that, but just like Paul said, this is where we're going. We're going towards video, moving towards text, different ways. I just wanna kind of reiterate, you guys also do not put in links. If you do send out a video via text, don't put in links, that's spammy, people get very nervous. I even got some from an agent the other day, but I was scared, I was like, is this agent even real? Like, what is this link? So again, people are still wary of this, it's kind of like online, but a simple message where they see your face, a video, they get to know you, they see you through text, they maybe get a call from you, they see you on Facebook. We all know it takes at least 9 to 13 touches before somebody actually moves and says, okay, I kind of want to speak to you, I see you everywhere, this is what's happening. I know those Facebook ads work because I'll be getting shoes, dresses, I know. You after I say, I'm like, fine, it's been the 9th time I see this ad, I'll check it out. You know, it's in your face, but there's the method to the madness. And I think we're almost done. If you want to hit the next slide, I think
Sure
we
thing.
wrapped it up there. And then if you wanted to go in and share anything else,
Yeah.
here's my information for you guys as well. I know there's some cards. Again, I have to ask if you guys can please check out, use John Ingram, give him a chance to earn your business. His communication is on point. And if you're looking for a new escrow officer that has a great personality, I highly recommend you guys check him out. And I'll pass it over to you,
Cool.
Paul.
Oh, and Sydney, if you
Yes.
wanna grab JP, we'll
Yes.
get
Oh,
the
yes.
whole thing.
Let me see, we got it there.
Thank you so much for listening. Well, you guys, since I have a captive audience, you know, most of the time what I do is I have my little, put my show on the road when it comes to doing, social media. Please continue to plug in on Tuesdays at 8:30 in EXP World to our social media video marketing lead gen class. I love doing it, but lately, does everybody know, the EXP World has changed, but it's a lot more user friendly now. It's a big room, there's a place where you can pull a ticket. The brokers are typically in, so make sure to go into EXP World. To the left, as you walk through the reception desk in the online virtual world, you have self-help. It's got a self-help room where all the W-9s, all the documents are. We're gonna start to build a video self-help room for you. And then right after that is the old broker room that was smaller. My office is still in there. If you guys wanna come in and say hello to me, just text me and we can meet in the world. We can meet in Zooms, but I like trying to drive people into the world because that's where we get our business done. Then the next door is, I believe, the Nevada Auditorium. We hold our Tuesday social media video marketing class on Tuesdays at 8:30 to 9:30 in the Nevada Auditorium. On Wednesdays, we do contracts class from 9:30 to 10:30 in the Nevada Auditorium. Every other Thursday, we have our broker meeting, our group broker meeting on Thursdays, every other Thursday. And then of course on Fridays, we have the corporate event and we have iConversation. So I recommend all of you plug in to EXP World, plus the 15 hours of training that they have per day, in EXP World for all of you. So anyway, JP, we wanted to thank you so much for the room, and before we get into a little bit more and call it a day, I wanted to thank you, and I'd love for you to tell us, I have been utilizing Joe Cordone with Guaranteed Rate for years, and JP is part of the Guaranteed Rate team here. How many loan officers do you guys have, JP?
Here at this branch,
Yeah.
Southern Nevada, I think we've got about a dozen out of this branch. We've got
Okay.
a Henderson location, Chinatown, and another spot I'm not quite sure just opened, so.
Well, fantastic. Well,
Great
it's
presence, you guys seeing our name around like Golden Knights?
oh my God, you guys are on every
Yeah.
commercial on,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, one of the things that we actually do that's super important to note is, we're a direct lender, that's great, but we're direct to consumer, so we don't do any wholesale lending, there's nobody else that's sending us loans that's gonna, distract us from, our ultimate goal, which is the consumer in their home, and I think that's your focus as well. I said we're direct, that's awesome. We're a big company, we did 75 billion direct to consumer residential loans last year, and that's a part of why you're seeing all the advertising, because there, I think, was a lot of money earned in COVID. Wonderful to see everybody here. Yeah, this is great. It's kind of weird, but it's really nice. Yeah.
And then VA, talk about what you guys do for.
I will, I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So of all the things that we do, I get to just pick a sliver of it today to tell you about it. So I'll give you something that you can give away. How about $1,300 to any veterans that you want to bring into Guaranteed Rate for a purchase or a refinance? We waive our lender fee. We don't pack it on the back. I don't inflate the rate to cover that. That's a corporate mandate nationwide. We've been doing it for 3 years, and I suspect we'll keep doing it. We just partnered with the USO, formally, officially. So it's a big part of our focus is giving back to the communities and giving back to our veterans. And so I'll just leave that with you because that makes transactions a little less expensive. And it's a nice thing to offer a veteran. Thank them for their service. If anyone has any questions, want to learn a little bit more about Guaranteed Rate, I will grab some cards and put them here since I don't have them. I've got a couple of flyers for the no lender fees, and if anyone's interested, I'm more than happy to do some co-branding to be able to provide you access to that sort of stuff. Thanks again, you guys have a great rest of your day.
We definitely plan on trying to do a couple of events a month, and it's a great space, and with
Awesome.
your permission, we'd love to come back.
Yeah, doors open. Please.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And if
And
anyone else needs a room, you can see Paul or me, and we can
Yeah.
work something out.
Yeah, I mean,
Awesome.
this is a space that we can utilize. We have our WeWork space over at Summerlin, but and then of course John, he's over at the WeWork space in Town Square. I know that the Lindstrom Group and all those guys over there, they're always having events, so plug into a lot of the, different groups. Team Exponential, I know Jason Lindstrom, being a previous general manager of my previous office at Keller Williams Realty Southwest, he's a giver. He is definitely a giver, and he is ready to help you guys grow, because as we attract other great agents who want to be part of what we're doing, it's only going to help all of us. So anyway, thanks a lot, JP. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Hey, you guys, as far as, when it comes to the social media, video marketing, lead gen class, come in. If you don't know how to do a squeeze page yet, you got to make sure to come, because, creating squeeze pages, creating your campaigns. Remember, all your lead generation tools in KV Core are right here in the lead engine section where it says get more leads in the back end of your KV Core website. And I'm a big proponent of Core Property Boost. I just got about 4 or 5 leads that popped in off of Spencer Walden's one listing that he was able to take in the middle of trying to do all the signatures and onboarding that he's doing. He actually took a listing. And so I logged in and I posted his property with his permission. If it's somebody else's listing, just ask them permission. And maybe in the disclaimer section say courtesy of the Walden team, courtesy of the Lindstrom group, courtesy of John Gianosis, that kind of thing. So when you're utilizing Core Property Boost, you can see I've done 24 ads and I've generated 582 leads at a cost of about $5.32. So that's not a bad Facebook ad lead cost. And then what you can do is you can then go back and promote and send out video messages, email messages. If you go back to the dashboard of KV Core, let's see if somebody popped in today as a result of my Facebook ad lead boost on Spencer's property yesterday. The easy thing is when you're looking at your dashboard, when you're lead generating, looking at your dashboard, if you see the photo of the property, it's pretty sure that they're a Facebook ad lead that just came in. And it's spinning. So let's see here. I got 13 minutes ago, 23 minutes ago, 41 minutes ago, I got some leads I gotta call. Right here, there's Spencer's. That was 11 hours ago. I got to give Lynn a call, find out if she's interested in owning a home. When it comes to, well, yes, right. When it comes to Facebook, and then there's other venues in the back end. The mentality is Facebook ad leads, they're pretty houses. You got to reach out to them and say, hey, look, I see you registered on one of our properties on Facebook. It was a beautiful property in the Northwest. Just giving you a call to find out, were you just kind of browsing, looking at pretty houses, or do you have a true interest in owning a property? Either way, I'd love for you to browse away, but if browsing becomes buying, I'd love to have a conversation with you. And I'm going to set you up to receive additional properties based upon what you're looking for. If the price range and the area is not to your liking, I can set you up on a free search. And as you can see, Lynn here, she was looking at Spencer's property. So the question is, what you can then do is you can go to search alerts and you can set up a search based upon the zip code that she was looking in. You can click add alert and then start to set them up on searches to constantly be touched. KV Core is a rock star website. You just got to jump in and learn how to use it. And that's what my goal is to, work with you guys on that and bring in other experts with KV Core and have them teach in the world and whatnot. One of the tools that I keep promoting to you guys, and hopefully some of you are going to start to utilize it, is I Spy 360 virtual tours. As you can see down here, I have this marketing piece that says, we sold this property $25,000 above list, this one $13,000 above list, this one above list price. And if they click this link right here, then it goes over to the virtual tour, and I actually have a presentation recorded that talks about what we do to sell homes. And the cool thing about EXP I Spy 360 virtual tours is you have the opportunity with this program to connect with your buyers within the virtual tour. It's a cool platform. It costs about $20 to create this virtual tour. Do you know how much Matterport costs? It costs anywhere between $250 to $300 out the door on any of those kind of tours. And you can put in icons. So what I do, and I highly, when you get a listing right now, be excited about it, but market the crap out of it. And so I do a video tour within the virtual tour. I do a HD photo tour within the virtual tour. And the cool thing about the virtual tour is it allows you to have a chat with the client. If they click on Start Live Chat, it ultimately goes to the ability for you to have a conversation with the agent on the other end. So I'm a buyer, and I just click Start Live Chat on this link right here, and it starts to spin, and let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Oh, there's Palme right there. Hello, hello. Hi. Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful dog. Are you the agent on this property? Well, hello, Jen and Ben. How's it going?
Good, Ben is the closer.
Ben is the closer.
That's right.
Well, I'm very excited to see that somebody's actually answering this video.
Well, of course we answer.
Yes, yes. Hey, look, I'm interested in buying this house. Are you the listing agent?
Why, yes, I am.
Well,
How can I help you?
well, I was just looking at the backyard, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Where's this home located?
In the northwest, and it's off of Durango, and you know where it is, right?
Yeah. So,
You know where this is?
I know where it is. So what we did, we actually sold this property without the buyers ever coming to see it. You know, utilizing virtual tour technology nowadays is key. There are buyers that are willing right now, because it's the America Great Reshuffle, they're willing to make offers on properties without ever showing up. So we've sold 3 houses in the past couple of months off the virtual tour. So once you get the listing, market the heck out of it. Thank you, Miss Ben and Jen. We appreciate your time.
Bye.
Have a good day.
This only costs what? You said how much?
It's $19 a month to house all of your tours, and it's basically, you buy a $99 rotation kit, you use an iPhone 11 or better and do the images. You go into iSpy 360, here's the back end of the program here, iSpy 360. You click log in. Once you have your 15, 20 images rendered, then you upload them into the portal of iSpy 360. You pay your, $15 minimum, or if it's a big old house, you pay, $19, $25, depending on how many images it's $1 an image.
Wow.
$1 an image. And what you then do is you turn around and you upload the images into the portal like this. Here's all my different virtual tours right here. You go right here and you open it up. You upload all of these images, and they do the rest. They do the rest for you guys. Give me a call. If you have some technical issues doing it, I can walk you through it in a Zoom. But basically, you just then click this TAS button after you've uploaded the images, and you pay your $19, and then they render the entire tour for you, including the cool little storybook model. So, I'm going on a listing.
So inexpensive.
Yes, very inexpensive. I'm going on a listing presentation today at 1:30. Jen May is gonna be standing by. When I start to do my presentation, I show a little video of what the May team does to sell homes. Then I go right into, let me show you some killer technology that not a lot of agents are utilizing in Las Vegas right now. In fact, I think I'm one of the only ones. I want you guys to be the additional ones. I want us to embrace the technology and show that we are cutting edge, you know what I'm saying? So, you can manipulate the tour after they've uploaded it. They have the tour, you can add the icons. You can add, this is a Thermador fridge, and you can add the specs of a Thermador fridge. You can add that it's a home built previously by D.R. Horton. You can tie into the floor plan. The cool thing about this is they do the floor plans for you as well. Right here's the 3D model, right here. And then they also they do a floor plan. So you have a floor plan on your tour that you can promote. Anyway, don't want to kill it, but I love this technology. Plug in, utilize technology after you start to generate leads by utilizing Fidelity, all right? And it's a great little tool. That's it for me. I just wanted to share a little bit about, and the good news is, we're starting to have, the inventory is going up, you guys. I pulled the list last week, and let's see here. What time is it? I want to keep everybody's time. Oh, we got about 7-8 minutes. Let me go into my,
Listing inventory, where are we, single family residents? Where are you
Yeah,
talking about?
I pull every week, Julie, I pull the, single family inventory and I do a little, please, message me on Workplace, you guys. I'll send it out if you weren't in the meeting last week. But, let's go over here to EXP. Let's go over here to data. And let's go to June 2nd, right here, okay? So, what I've done is I've looked at, not 2020, because 2020 was kind of weird. Although we can look at 2020, absolutely, and take a look and see what that looks like. Let me go ahead and open this again. Come on, work for me, baby. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of that, close that window. I think it's opening. So last, you know, there was a little, we had our shareholders week where we didn't have meetings, so I didn't pull the data that week. But at the beginning of May, it was about 2,036 homes that were on the market. And this week, let's see if it's gonna come up. I don't know what the problem is here. Oh, there it is. It's in the background, just waiting for me. Okay. So, we have, as of the 2nd, 2,314 single-family residential homes in Clark County. Now, that also includes Mesquite, I believe, you know.
That's
Yeah, it's still a low inventory. The median price point, you guys, is now at $385,000, single-family residential, as opposed to $345 just at the beginning of last year. So we've definitely had an increase in the median. Is that a figure that you kind of agree with there, Julie?
It is, absolutely.
Because I pulled this off of the sales
Yep.
marketing track. So 2,314, 919 in contract over the past 7 days. 806 properties sold in the past 7 days. Let's take a look at line item F, and we're looking at 145. So we're looking at June 2nd, 2021. There was 2,300 homes on the market, 806 sold. Let's go to June of 2019. Okay, 7,900 homes on the market. Line item F, 827.
It's crazy.
We still have a very robust market. The problem is, you just gotta fight harder to get those deals into contract. But it's happening. Buyers are buying. The inventory as far as what's going into contract, based upon the fact that there's less homes, there's obviously more competition. It's driving the inventory up. So just get in there and make the very best offer. If your client's looking for 400, maybe you need to be looking at 350 to get them up to 400, you know, as far as competition is concerned. As far as, you know, VA loans, hey, VA, the limit, if you can explain to people that a VA loan is a good way to go, because they're zero down, if they have some cash to pay the difference. Yes, the VA amendatory clause states that the buyer doesn't have to pay the difference in appraisal, but that does not preclude them from doing so. So I just recently put a VA deal together. They were willing to pay $25,000 above appraisal value to buy the home. So a VA situation, they're not having to come out of pocket with a lot of down payment money. They have some wiggle room to make those offers. Reach out to your VA buyers and tell them that they can compete right now, because FHA, that's going to be tough. You know, they're a lot of times coming in with 3.5% down. They're limited funds. You know, you got to find the people that and be realistic in the fact that right now we're going to be fighting tooth and nail for our buyers to get the very best offer and to make it happen. And the other thing I highly recommend, communicate with that listing agent. As a listing agent, a lot of times the winner is the one that actually talks to me if the offers are about the same, because I start to get a feel of what kind of relationship and what kind of a deal I'm going to have with that buyer's agent. You know, it's almost, and of course the love letters, we're not taking them. You know, we've had this talk. Don't submit a love letter. It's against, the
I was gonna ask you, is
fair
that
housing.
against,
Yeah.
right?
So as a listing agent, I say, thank you for the love letter, but I can't submit this to my client. Yeah.
I've had really good success, obviously in the past with love letters, but I'm not doing that now.
Right.
Because things have changed. But I put a really, really strong cover letter.
Yeah,
And I state everything that's in the offer, so they don't even have to open the offer.
Right.
And why to work with me and my team, and I have a full-time TC. All the paperwork will be in a timely order, look forward to a successful close, like just all of the happy little nuggets that aren't gonna be like a violation or anything, that just says how strong and how much that we love the house.
absolutely.
And it's worked.
And you know what else you might wanna try? Do a video, email to the listing agent. I've done that twice and I've won, before as a result of doing that. Hey, John, thank you so much. You can, or you, please feel free to share this with your clients. You're not sending a love letter about your clients, you're sending a love letter about, I'd love to work with you. I'd love to do a deal with you. I got the, offer attached in my BombBomb link for you to present to your clients.
It's a different kind of love.
Yeah, a different kind of love.
Can I just say, Paul, I would 100% do that. I don't wanna ever drop in anything that appears to be negative that's going on in the
Sure.
market. But the hedge funds are here, they are parking their money, they're buying at and over value. We have a new investor that came in that is writing 20 offers a day. You guys know Open Door really just pressed on the gas pedal. So do exactly what Paul is saying. There's homeowners that would rather sell to an individual. So let you as the buyer's agent tell the listing agent, yeah, that their daughter was so excited to go to that school in the neighborhood. Love your daughter's, you can't do it in the letter,
Right.
but figure out a way to make it personal.
Yeah.
And you guys now that we opened up, keep the great relationships with the other agents, because
Yeah.
those hedge funds are back, and they used to buy under market, they're buying at and over because, well.
And contact
they
us
think
too.
it's a great investment,
We work
right?
with a lot of agents, contact us too, someone on
Great
our
point,
team
Sid.
works, so utilize, obviously your relationships, but,
I get about 2 a day from being we're born and raised in Vegas too, but knowing a lot of agents, people, you guys will be writing, an offer, and Fidelity, we're going to typically know we're gonna know the listing agent. So let me do a personal introduction. Hey, Paul, I'm connecting you to so-and-so. Do me a favor and just look at the offers. So please utilize us. Thank you for bringing that up.
Absolutely, and that being said, hey, we're live, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Sydney.
Thank you, Paul.
We
for
really
having us.
appreciate it.